Get ready, you nerd lovers, cause here's the final installment of Revenge of the Nerds. A review of Nerds in Love right now. Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Doyle, better known to y'all as the Big D. So I'm going to be bringing to y'all my final review of the Revenge of the Nerds franchise. Revenge of the Nerds 4, Nerds in Love from 1994. Also, after this review's done, I'm going to be doing a ranking of all 4 movies. See which one's the best, and where this one will be running up, find out. Anyway, this of course was made for TV just like the last movie, as it was shown on the Fox network. The film was directed by Steve Zacharias. Of course, this I consider to be a good movie because this was an even bigger reunion movie than the last one. Anyway, of course we have some of the actual characters and actors back. Curtis Armstrong as Dudley Booger Dawson, Robert Carradine as Louis Skolnick, and Julia Montgomery as his wife Betty. Let's see, who else do we have back? Was there so many back? Too many to mention. Larry B. Scott as Lamar, Brian Tochi as Takashi, we have Ted McGinley as Stan, James Cromwell as Lewis's dad, Donald Gibb as Olger, Bernie Casey as Ewan Jefferson, and Greg Binkley as Harold, of course, that's Lewis's nephew. Anyway, now unfortunately Gilbert isn't in the film, unfortunately, but he's briefly mentioned by Booger, nor does Wormser appear. But a lot of the others who we saw in the last movie are back. Anyway, in this movie, our favorite crazy nerd himself, Dudley Booger Dawson, is about to get himself hitched and what have you. Now, this kind of would be like a precursor to Meet the Parents, which I'll be reviewing down the road, possibly later this year, since that will be the film's 20th anniversary. But anyway, he's apparently about to marry his Omega Mu girlfriend, Jeannie Humphrey. Unfortunately, he's got one small bit of a situation to go up against him, her dad, Aaron, played by Joseph Bologna, whom we sadly lost a few years ago. Of course, a lot of y'all remember him playing Adam Sandler's dad in Big Day. He's, of course, from lots of other movies like Blame It on Rio, as well as the short-lived musical dramedy TV series Rags to Riches. So anyway, so apparently he tries to stop them, but has a desire, well, I just don't know what to tell you. As his desire to maintain his conservative nouveau rich standing clashes with his daughter's common interest, wit and love for the nerdy Booger. And Jeannie's father works with his loathsome son-in-law, Chip, who is the husband of Jeannie's older sister, who's oddly named Gaylord. But to find a way to discredit Booger and cause Jeannie to call off the wing, but that's what he's going to try. But anyway, it's up, but there's only one group to help old Booger out, and that's Louis Skolnick and his nerdy friends. Now, I'm really. This is kind of going to be short and what have you, but anyway. Lewis and the other nerds discovered the conspiracy and worked to save Booger's wedding ceremony from being torpedoed. In a subplot, Lewis's wife, Betty, is pregnant with their first child and is in her third trimester as the wedding day approaches. Oh dear. I can't really complain about that, my friends. But anyway, they get into so much promotion, what have you, and all that jazz. Even with trying to have a little bit of a fun meal when they meet with their old colleagues, and of course, UN Jefferson. It really turns out to be a fun experience. But apparently, things take a turn for the worse when Booger is in hot water when he had somehow learned he fathered an illegitimate child. Yes, whose name is Heidi and introduced as Heidi Dawson. And her first name really is Heidi, yet her real last name is not revealed as Chip comes in. But Booger fights an accusation that he did this. But anyway, Jeannie's mom tells her husband that she will leave him if he does not support his daughter's wedding to him, and Chip's accusations fall apart when the little girl reveals she was drafted from an orphanage to play the illegitimate child role. Well, now for just the last bit of the last bit of this movie, so this isn't going to be too long. You got 5 seconds of stuff before I get the last bit of this movie out, so get ready, because here, go to the description box and fast forward to the time to avoid this last minute ending spoiler. Here we go. Yeah. Okay, you've been warned. Well, after all that, Chip's wife decides to divorce him and throw him out of their lives forever, and leaving Chip to swear his own revenge against the nerds, while Gaylord declares to Cheers that her next husband will be a nerd. So apparently everything's back to normal and what have you. And so after that, Booger and Jeannie are married, and Betty gives birth to a healthy baby boy, and the newly married couple tell Heidi they would like to adopt her. So that's the ending. That's all I'm going to tell you. So that's not really much, but anyway, this movie is currently on DVD. You can find it along if it's still on. Let me see. If it's in print, you can also find it on Revenge of the Nerds collection as well. Now, I'm gonna say this isn't factually a bad movie. I liked some of it for certain reasons because it was a big reunion and it brought back more nerds than what we saw in the last movie. I'm glad they brought back Ogre and UN Jefferson. Yeah, it was pretty cool and what have you. I mean, Curtis Armstrong and Robert Carradine plus Julia Montgomery, they all stole the show and what have you. I really love their performances. Now then, it was just, I don't know what to tell you. A real nerdy experience. Now the question is, would I recommend this fourth and final installment of Revenge of the Nerds? I'd say, yeah, sure, go ahead and give it a try. Anyway, let me see now. Now, after it had been almost a decade, well, not a decade, almost 2 decades later after this, and just about almost a year before the 30th anniversary of the original film, Carradine and Armstrong actually returned to television. After they had done several other things, we know Robert Carradine would go on to star as the dad to Disney's Lizzie McGuire. Of course, that's Hilary Duff, and um, and of course, Curtis Armstrong went on to appear on several shows and what have you. I think one, if I remember, one of them was the African American sitcom One on One. But anyway, Carradine and Armstrong returned to TV in 2013 as they hosted the reality competition series King of the Nerds on TBS. Unfortunately, the show only ran a mere 3 seasons. I still wish it could have gone a little more. But anyway, some of the nerds actually returned for this here for one episode, I do remember, in the second season. But anyway, that was a pretty good show. But anyway, that's all I'm going to say. For now, let's get to the ranking of Revenge of the Nerds movies. So, how do I rank them? Let me give you my ranking of all four. Coming in at number 4 is Revenge of the Nerds 3, The Next Generation. While it's good and all, it just, well, needed to build up a little power and what have you. I was rather disappointed they didn't bring back the original Gilbert and Wormser, but even so, I did like. Well, it was great to have Stan back though, and Bay as well, so that was good. New Nerds weren't too bad either. So, that was pretty good. Number 3 would have to be Revenge of the Nerds 2, Nerds in Paradise. I will say that while it got PG-13 rating, not an R rating like its predecessor, it still got some fun moments. I mean, when the guys get caught and they are stripped down to their bloomers, they escape from the Seminoles. That was pretty fun. And using the military stuff to stop the alphas and what have you, that was pretty cool too. And I did like 38 Specials Back to Paradise, which that was really cool. Real cool song. Number 2 would be the movie I just now finished reviewing, Revenge of the Nerds 4, Nerds in Love. Like I said, it's fun in ways. At least it brought back more of the gang and what have you. So I thought that was really fun. Again, Robert Carradine, Curtis Armstrong, Julia Montgomery, they stole the show. But I think it was just so much fun. Number 1, of course, it's the original Revenge of the Nerds. I loved this movie. It's great and what have you. All the stuff that occurred and what have you. The talent show bit with the nerds playing that cool music to them dressed up like members of Devo. That was really something. I just say them going up against the Alphas in that big competition through all those games, that was certainly a fun, nerdy experience. I liked just about every bit of the original Revenge of the Nerds. But anyway, that's it. What did you think of Revenge of the Nerds 4, Nerds in Love? Also, what's your favorite Revenge of the Nerds movie? How would you rank the 4 Revenge of the Nerds movies? Please feel free to tell me in the comments section below. If you like this video, click the like button below. Subscribe to my channel as well and be a part of the Big D Nation. And that ends Revenge of the Nerds. Join me next time when I do a special Father's Day event. I'm going to be doing them separately, reviews of The Stepfather and The Stepfather 2. So be on the lookout for those. And thanks for watching. Now, if you liked what you saw, check out these last 3 vids I did. The upper left-hand corner is Revenge of the Nerds 2, Nerds in Paradise. The upper right-hand corner is Revenge of the Nerds 3, The Next Generation. And if you gotta know, the bottom left-hand corner is my final Q&A number 4 announcement, plus some schedule changes on my channel. Because I made a few slight changes, so I hope you don't mind. Oh, and of course, remember that The date to send me questions has been rescheduled. You got until next Sunday to give me questions, which of course, if you're friends with me on Facebook, leave me questions for me in the messenger, and I will certainly answer them. If I don't get any, no problem. I know other ways. Okay, thanks. And the bottom right hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.